Okay, so hello guys, welcome to a new video of the channel. Today I'm going to give you the idea of breakup block. In two videos ago, I have told you about FVG, fair value gap. On the last video, I have told you about the order block with its advanced strategy. And now, today I am going to tell you about breakup block. What is breakup block? Now, I will start today with direct on screen. Let's go on the screen now. Now, the main a good thing is basically you are going to get the liquidity concept also in today's video for a bit, but yeah, you are getting this and you can try to understand what is liquidity sweep, how to identify the sweep, and that's it. Let's come on the screen now. Okay, so I can think my screen is visible now. Now let me tell you about breakup block. Okay, so first I am drawing something. See this. Hmm, my mouse is doing a bit problem. Yeah, suppose this is something how price is behaving. Okay, so at this point, then it come here, close it here, then again take over here, come here, and like this. Market reacted like this. Okay, now understand how I have m- done this. And first of all, suppose this is your point of interest zone of a higher time frame. You should know that while I am doing this structure, this should be in 5 minutes. But if you are searching that I've told this should be a point of interest, this will be of 1 hour or 30 minute or 15 minute, etc. That is a good large time frame basically. So now what I am trying to say on this video is you can see that the market is going to a downtrend over here. First it's a downtrend, and now suddenly you can see it's a break of structure over here. Now, let me identify the order block first. So, the order block at first is this. This zone is the order block. Wait, let me change the color maybe. Yeah. This is the order block, and this is the point of interest zone basically of a large time frame. This was the order block. So, you can expect that this it happened is the break of structure over here. Now, suppose let's think that this zone, the zone I have marked here with the rectangle, is suppose here it looks like this in the more smaller time frame, like 1 minute. Let me get the pen here. See over here, the market come here like this, created an order block, give some order block reactions, that is the upward reaction. Now again, this was taken out. So why on this order block the market was taken out? If you go on the previous charts, you can see that this is a zone which was tested more times. Many times it was tested, and this is a level of support. Now, after this was taken out, you can see that directly the price breaks above this high. That is basically the break of structure happened, or the change of character. You can think as if this part is basically the liquidity sweep. For large time frame, you can see that there is just a wick over there. Just a wick, not a candle. Just a wick. The candle may look like this, may look like maybe a candle close also happened, and again the second candle came and engulfed the other candle, which are the confirmations of like this has already happened. The sweep was already happened. Like the buyers on this side were already taken out. My drawing is bad, I know, but please manage a bit. Hmm. So let's come on the again on that diagram. This was highlighted here. You can see. Now, first of all, this was the order block. This was the order block over here. BLOCK. This was the order block over here. This is a point of interest, right? This portion, do it capital point of interest. Now you can see that this low was taken out, which I have told you about the example of liquidity sweep. Now here, after this break of structure happened over here, this is a BOS break of structure, break of structure. and basically a market structure shift happened while this liquidity has swept. If you see that this also a trend line happened over here, but let suppose you are not considering that this is a trend line. Suppose the market reacted like this, then this, then this, then it again come here, again consolidated a bit, then again taken a support here, then like this. I have drawn that diagram so that you it can make you easy. This was the sweep where you can see the market breaks over here, and then it again makes this as the support, which is basically the polarization level or the market structure shift, basically in which the resistance zone become the support zone and the support zone become the resistance zone. It's a very easy concept, that is a breaker block. Now which block is considered as the breaker block? When the order block is breached, basically when the order block's liquidity is taken out, then that particular order block is called as breaker block. Okay, breaker blocks is pretty simple. You can see say in simple words that the sweep of the order block, the liquidity sweep of the order block. Now how you can trade on this breaker block? It's a pretty tough question, how you can trade on this breaker block and how you can identify that this order block is going to be taken. So let's suppose at first come on the zone that why it can be taken. Okay, so suppose let's come here, drawing a little bit. You can see that the market like behaving like this, and here it taken out. This was the last good support zone which was taken out by just a wick. This is a wick portion, wick, WIC. My drawing is too good, you can see this. And now if it was the last time, you can see that the market may be reacted here on that zone, shown a bit, or it come close here and then again like taken like this, and the market has created a support zone over here. That's why all the buyers were here who were doing like profit like this, or the people who are on the resistance level selling like this for from the support zone, which is all taken out. Now what is polarization is seems easy, but how the polarization hunts the people's stop losses. First, this was the polarization level which I have told you, that is the when the support becomes the resistance. This was the resistance over here, when it become the support over here. At first, when this low was taken out on the markets, people can think, first of all, people will think that people are going to sell their, according to this break of structure, the people are going to buy here. First of all, here more buyers came. Then, after the liquidity sweep, again the buyers came, and the people who have added their quantity above this high, the last swing high, basically, for taking those buyer stop losses, again the polarization levels come here to this last zone. Maybe you can see another liquidity sweep here, which is happening due to this high, this swing. And you can see this leg over here, this is easily covered. So now you have got the idea that how many types of liquidity, how many people's liquidity is going to sweep on a resistance support become resistance level. Basically when a support become resistance or a resistance becomes support, it basically becomes strong than a normal support or resistance zones. Now let's come on the actual chart and see some examples about breaker block. Suppose let's consider this zone. Okay, you can see that several times it has taken support from here. Several times it has taken one time, almost it has touched a week time, three time. You can say that this particular zone, if I'm going to take all the only this zone, you can see that first time taken, second time taken, only many weeks, 1 2 3 4 5. And you can see that if here you can all now you can get to know a major concept, basically a more important concept which is required to you to understand while this. Now this was the order block over here. You can see this can be a order block, this can be a order block for buying. Now I have seen that it is taken out. This was the example which I have told you about in the drawing. I'm not getting the drawing again. Wait. Yeah, this this is the actual structure, actual thing which I have told you about is like this is taken. Now if you come again on the chart, you can see that the lows, the previous lows are equal. That is, it's a equal low. If you take a line over here, you can measure this almost come a equal low. What does equal low means? That means the market is not easily going to sweep all the liquidity. When it will hunt very consciously. That's why you can see after some time, after getting some reactions, the market gone a good, it was a good point which has rushed after this sweep. It's a good point if you're going to take entry here with a 60 with, if you're leaving the candle 60% more stop loss, it's reward you easily 1:2. But you can see again the chart came and take out this all things. And if you consider this, you can see that the price again taken support from this level which become a polarization level. And see this charts past, you can again see that this has become order block, maybe this zone. This is pretty 5 minute chart. If you can go to 1 minute, you can spot the order block over here. If you are not considering this can be the order block. Okay, after the order block, suppose this was the order block and this was the liquidity sweep. Order block and this was the liquidity sweep. Here the liquidity is swept good. But when you're entering here at this candle, you can see several times again the liquidity got swept. Now at this point, how you can identify that the liquidity is again going to sweep? Go to previous chart and mark this zone. Let me go to previous chart and let me mark this zone, and let's see if there is any previous support or resistance zone. Let me extend this to the right left. Now if I am going to spot something here in the previous 5 minute charts, yeah, you can see this. It's a major order block over here. This was a order block, basically order block, and it's reacted so good that it almost given you 500 1,000 pips maybe. Yeah, it's given you 1,000 pips. So the 1,000 pips, in 1,000 pips, maybe people are sitting over here holding their own positions. Market don't want to give their profits. That's why it again come to the break even and just sweep then, and then again started moving its upwards direction. Now first you can see the break of structure over here. That is basically this is the break of structure. If you can spot this is the break of structure. Let me take the rectangle over here. This is basically the break of structure. And after the break of structure happened, it instantly pull away all the peoples who have taken buy after this sweep. And after this candle, this is basically a good reaction candle. Like, to be personal, I also get trapped here because it's a pretty good candle to trade on the liquidity sweep. But you know what, when the volume is more, from which level the market has given 1,000 pip reaction, this should be taken, right? It should be in our mind that it can be retested at least 2 3 times. So my honest suggestion will be, while you're trading a breaker block, while you can consider a order block as a breaker block, please wait for it at least 2 3 times to be tested. Like in the first liquidity sweep, don't enter. Wait for another good liquidity sweep. If you want to get the idea of liquidity sweep, which liquidity sweep you can consider, I will give you a fifth tool. If I am getting some views on this video, going to give you a fifth tool which will comparatively hit you. Yeah, like in this trap, it's impossible to get escaped from this. But hope you will get a bit idea about how you guys can plan. Now if you see over here, last example for today's video, um which I haven't told you, this was the order block over here. You can see the order block. This was the order block over here. And the last video, I have told you about the advanced order block. Maybe this formed the advanced order block over here because this was the order block region. And if we considering this leg, it is below the, it is on the discounted price. If you can see this, and it's shown a good momentum of almost about, maybe I am, it's still looking like 200 300 pips almost. Let's go, yeah, 360 pips. So this was the advanced order. I haven't matched all the criteria, but like on one vision of eye, I can see that yeah, it works. But when it is an advanced order block, it can be fail after being retested one time. So you can see that this got failed here, this got failed here. This again tried to make another advanced order block. If you can see, I don't think so it is matching criteria, but still it is making a bit order block, and then it is swept one time. You can see that it is a past order block right here. So here liquidity is pending, so you should wait for another sweep. And see, there is another sweep happened, and after, if you're entering here on this position, it is already giving you almost not a bit but 240 pips reaction, which is good. After a sweep, wait for a green candle in a small time frame. If you are going to 5 minute, you can easily spot it. Like on this support zone, you can think of the last support zone which is happening. The lows was this, and the liquidity got sweep here. Now you can plan, you being so easy minded, free minded, that yeah, if I am getting a green candle over here, I am going to long here with a 25 pip SL or 50 pips SL. That depends upon you, how much is your risk taking capability. So that is all for breaker block. Basically, breaker block is basically the failure of order block after getting liquidity swept. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video, follow, like, comment, and go to my Instagram, new Instagram, do some follows. Thank you for watching.